We are going to look at Solidatus to model complex data sharing decisions and show a simple user interface using the model to make decisions. Companies operating across multiple countries have many factors to use when deciding what data can be shared to who, for what purpose. These change across jurisdictions and purposes. Each data sharing request needs to be assessed against the factors, and the results will be to allow with restrictions, or reject the request. These dimensions and relationships can be modelled in one place in Solidatus. The powerful visualization tools let users quickly build and see the impact of changes. One of our larger customers replaced what would have been millions of business rules with one Solidatus model. The ability to focus on any aspect of the data sharing process quickly and make changes was critical. We're going to look at a simple demonstration model and a lightweight user interface which demonstrates modeling data sharing and using the model to make decisions. This view shows a simple data sharing model. The company is a bank with legal entities in multiple countries. There are some restrictions that apply to some jurisdiction-specific areas, and the conditions apply to particular data categories which themselves contain different types of data elements. For example, if we click on Malaysia and focus on Malaysia, it's very quick to see what special conditions Malaysia has and what legal entities and data categories are related to them. So let's have a look at the lightweight user interface which uses this model to make decisions. All right, so I'm located in the United Kingdom and I want to access some data in Malaysia. So this list of countries you see has come from the model. And if I click on the United Kingdom, I see the list of legal entities connected to the United Kingdom in the model. I work for Mega Global Services UK, and I want to access personal data from Malaysia. So I'm going to click on Malaysia. It shows me the data categories related to Malaysia, and I'm going to pick customer individual and then customer name. And this is building up the data sharing request. Having interrogated the model, I get this result, and we can see that I have some restrictions on my data sharing request. We need consent, the data needs to be masked, and there's some storage limitation. And I can see the list of questions and answers which made up this case. So this is a very simplified version of the real system, but you can see that having built the model, we can query it and make decisions. So going back to the model, let's have a look and see what happens if we make a change. So what I'm going to do is just go through a scenario where Zambia worker data has become forbidden. So to implement that change, I'm simply going to connect the forbidden restriction to the worker data condition for Zambia. And you'll see there's a new connection there. Let's just focus on Zambia to see that. Okay. Now I'm going to save this change. Every change I make in Solidatus is audited and kept in a change log. Let's look at that change and see how it looks in the dashboard. Here we can see the list of changes for this model all the way through its history. Let's have a look at this particular change we've just made. If I click on Actions and View Changes at Revision, this takes me to a Changes view. And if I hide Unchanged, we can see exactly what happened. So there's a new green transition between Forbidden and Zambia. And the changes that have been made to the model are tracked over time. You can compare any two points in time to see the differences. I've shown you how Solidatus maps complex relationships for data sharing. Its powerful data visualization makes impacts of change clear. Change management tracks any differences and helps explore impact of new regulations and acquisitions. Solidatus brings clarity to complexity.